I'm a sexist. What is a sexist? According to the dictionary on Google, a sexist is prejudice or discrimination based on sex, especially discrimination against women. My name is Eric, and welcome to the craziness that lives inside my head. Now you may say to me, so you are a sexist against women, and a lot of people might say, oh, well, most gay men are like this. Well, it's not the way you think it is. I'm a sexist because, and it's basically about women. I'm not against women, but certain things in my life, well, I almost said wife, in my life, that people had mentioned to me about. One person had said about hanging out with gay men when I was younger. And I used to say to her, I said, I really don't like hanging out with gay men. I said, because they're so boring. And straight men are just as boring. Gay men think about penis every time you hang out at the bars or at the discos. And I've hung out with straight guys, and all they think about is women, and all I want to do is dance and shake my booty. And all they want to do is talk about, oh, you see that guy over there? Oh, you see that woman over there? And hanging out, you would think if you hang out with straight guys, you get, but no. I mean, basically, when I was coming up, guys went to discos and bars to pick up. I went, because I was so fat, I couldn't pick up. So I went to have a good time. So that's when I started hanging out with women. They're more fun. You don't have to worry about, they go there to have a good time. You don't have to worry about picking them up, that's for sure. But they go out there to have a good time, and that's what I used to do. Especially if I go to a disco. You want to go to the disco, you want to dance. I used to go with my sister and her friends. I used to go to disco with them all the time. You go to the disco, New York disco down there on, Broadway and 50-something Street. I went over there. You go there, as soon as I get buy a drink, we get a table. I kick my shoes off, and I'm on the dance floor for the whole night. Now, let's talk about what I'm really talking about, discrimination against women. And I don't know if discrimination is not prejudice, but they were talking about, I was listening to the show, they talk about women basketball and women baseball and all this about women. And I'm like, women playing sports. And I said, oh, who want to watch women play sports? I said, they don't play sports the way they did in the 50s. So this girl said, what are you talking about? You a sexist? I said, no. I said, I didn't say no. I said, well, maybe. I said, but there was a sports that women did in the 50s, which I don't know if they still do it. I mean, in the 50s, I used to watch on TV the roller derby. I used to love the roller derby with the women. The roller derby, the women's on skates, and they go around the circle, and they be pulling each other hair, knocking each other down, punching each other. I mean, had to say cat fights. I used to love that. Do they do that again? Do they do that anymore? I don't know. I mean, I haven't really watched a woman basketball game. Do they fight? Women fight in basketball? I haven't watched a woman baseball. Do they fight in baseball? I don't know. But I know the roller derby. Everybody loves the roller derby. So you turn the roller derby on, before they get twice around the track, they're fighting and pulling each other hair and kicking. And I thought it was the most interesting thing to watch. Being a gay man, watch two women fight. Now, I'm going to be honest, I used to hang out at house parties. And it's not the same to see two drag queens fight. I've seen two drag queen fights, and they do the same thing. They pull each other weeds off and try to scratch each other's eyes off. It's not the same. It's more fun to watch two women do it. So this girl said, "You're a sexist." She said other things, but she called me a sexist. I'm not a sexist. I'm just an equal opportunist when it comes to fighting. Cat fighting. Okay. Okay, I guess you hung up on me on this podcast. Anyway, my name is Eric, and thank you for listening to this craziness that lives inside my head.